Welcome back once again. In our previous part, we ended up finishing our chat UI design, and in this part we need to work on our group section. It means that when our user will click on this group section, on this group, they will be able to access a new UI, and when they will click on chat, they will be able to access in this UI. So first we need to create a artboard. So click on this artboard icon, and I'm gonna take this iPhone X, and let me change the name of this one. We can say chat group. So this is going to be our artboard name. And now first we need to duplicate our first I need to have this bottom bar. So I'm gonna take it from the component that we created earlier. So take it here, and here we go. So this is our bottom bar, and now in here we need to have this chat and this group option here, because so we need to have the similar design for this button. Therefore I'm gonna make it component. So before making it component, we need to make it a group. So select the entire part and make it group. So I'm gonna right click and group. Once it will be a group, so once it will become a group, we can simply make it component, or we can directly make it component, no issue. But it's always better to first make it group, then make it component. So click on component, and here you can see the icon has been changed, and in here also the icon has been changed, and in here you can also see this icon. Now I'm gonna move to this asset directory, and this is our component name, and I'm gonna drag it here. Here we go. So this is our group list. Alright, now if I'm gonna click on this item, nothing is gonna happen. First let me run this one. So if I'm running this particular UI, this chat group UI, then we can see this one. Now when our user will click on the chat, we should move to this chat directory, and we will work on prototyping after a while. And before that, I want to create the design for this group option. Now we need to take help of our rectangle for creating the group options. So first I'm gonna click on this rectangle, and in here I'm gonna design a rectangle here. Alright, and we can have same design, like we can have same color that we are using in here for this particular one. So the color is, we are using this color here, so we can simply copy this color, and we can simply paste this color code over here. Here we go, this color, and we need to remove this border from here and need to add the shadow. Here we go. So now we got exactly the same size. In here we need to have a circular, then we will have our title, then we will have our so in here we need to add our title and a subtitle, so that user can create their group. And for doing this thing, I'm gonna take help of this ellipse tool, and then draw a ellipse here, and it should be same height and width. So we can say height and width 74 by 74. Here we go. So we have this height, and now if I'm gonna run this particular group, and we can drag it here a bit more and then run it. No, it's not looking good here. We can take it here, and we can also add a shadow for this one. So add box shadow. Here we go. And in here we need to add this custom background color, not a background color. So before adding a background color, I'm gonna add this border. So first change the border size to 2, and then need to add a dash, add -5, and need to change the border color to green. Alright, now if I'm gonna run it, now it looks pretty good, and on the center we need to have a plus icon. Either you can draw a plus icon or you can simply add it as a text. So I'm going to add it as a text. So click on it and then press the plus icon from your keyboard, and then we can simply increase the size of this one. So we can simply increase the size to 25. Alright, what is happening here? It should be a plus icon, but it says it's a 6. Okay. And first let me change the font size here. Maybe this is the issue. Okay, so just for the text style I was getting this issue, and now I'm gonna drag this text, drag this plus icon on center. Now if I run it and if I go to this, okay, so now click on it, here you go. So it looks pretty good in here. So we got our circle and we got our plus icon here. Now in here we need to have a title and a subtitle. So for that we need to take help of this text. So click on this text and in here, and we can say create group. So we can say create group here, and we need to decrease the size first. So it should be 20, and we need to say create group. So add create group. Alright, so create group, and here you go. We can see the text is here, but we can drag it here, and if I run it, now we can see it looks create group, and after that we need to have a subtitle. So I'm gonna duplicate this one, Command D, drag it here, and we can also say here add your group member, add your group member, and we need to change the font size here. I can add here 16, and let me run it. So it looks pretty good, and if you want we can also change. So if you want we can also change the font style for this one, and so let me add a different font style for this one. Alright, this one will good, and for this one we can add bold. Okay, so it is looking pretty good, guys. And now in here we need to show all of the group list that our user will have. Alright, so for that we can simply first in here we need to have a arrow icon here, or we can say the underline. So draw a underline here, here you go, and right after that we need to have this one. Alright, so right after that in here we need to add a normal text, or I guess first let me add a normal text here. We can say here all groups, or we can say group list. We can say group list. Alright, and in here remove the bold to regular one and change the font style to something else. And now if I run it, now we can see group list is here. So I guess we don't need to have this arrow here, so I'm gonna remove the arrow from here. First click on the select tool and remove the arrow, and I can drag it here close to this one. Now run it, and it looks pretty good. We can keep this design, and now we need to have our group, and now we need to have our group items. So for that we can simply duplicate this one, because we need to have a similar type of design. So for doing this thing, first I'm gonna make it group. So select entire data and then make it group. Press Command G if you are using MacBook, and press Ctrl G if you are using Windows, or simply right click and then group it. Alright, so now it's a group. Alright, and what can we do? We can simply first we need to have a duplicate one. So I'm gonna press Command D, and as we have the duplicate one here, now we can take help of this repeat group. But before that, I want to check either it is working perfectly or not. So we got this one, and in here of course we need to customize the design, because in here we don't need to have a plus icon. Rather I will have to add a first like A or B, which is we usually call our avatar, and then the name of the group, and then the member of the group. So in here we can add, we don't need to have any circle here, just need to have the date of the creator or the creation. That's it. So first I'm gonna remove the text from here, which is plus icon. I'm sorry, we need to select this one and remove it again. So instead of, okay, so now in here we need to add a text. We can say NM, but the text size should be small, and press to 25. So it should be the text size should be 25. Here we go. Now we need to take it in center. Now if I run it, now let's see how it looks. So it looks good. I want to change the background color of this one. So we can add our background color, particularly for this what I can say, particularly for this ellipse or the circle, and that is containing the text. And in here you can click on it, and then you can change the color. See, we can change the color, this color. And now if I run it, and if I select this one, then it is gonna come here, and it looks pretty good. So we can change the text color to white. So let me check how it looks if I'm gonna select it to white color. So for the text, we can change the color black to white. It is not looking good, so black will be good for this one. And so it looks pretty good here, and we can say and in here we also need to change the text here. We can say a group name. We can say a group name. We can say Team Bolt. We can say Team UI. We can say Team UI UX. And in here, instead of the text, we can add a date for the creation of the group. We can say 13/7/2020, and let's see how it looks here. So we can see this thing, and in here it's not 13 actually. So it's not 13 actually. Now it should be here, and I need to increase the size, so 16/20. Now if I run it, now it looks good, but it is not in the right way. It is not in the right position, so I should write here. Here we go. So the thing is that I'm getting a error here, or we can say that the text is not showing properly. Like, see the R or 13, because also, so it is just because of the text size, like the text selection, like the text style. Now it looks pretty good, and I guess we can also decrease the size a bit more. So instead of 20, add 16. Here we go. And now if I run it, so now it looks pretty good. So we can keep this design, and I can say this is the final design for this one, and we can make it a group. Then we can duplicate this data. So select the entire data part, not this one. Okay, it's already a group, right? So we can easily, what can we do? We can easily use this repeat grid. So select the group and click on it, then drag it as much as you need. Alright, so you can do it this way, and once you will have enough data, then what you need to do, you need to click on this vertical scroll view. So click on this vertical scroll. Once you will click on the vertical scroll, it will come this way, and you need to drag it on top of your bottom bar so that you can see the bottom bar. Okay, and these two icon is indicating that it will initially it will show this 4 data, and when you will scroll, you will be able to see entire data set that you have here. Now if I run it, so now we are in create group part, and here we go. We can scroll that data set. See, we can scroll it, and if you want, you can change the name. If you want, you can change the color. So now once it's a group, and now if you want to change the background, then how can you change the background? So we need to select this particular item. So this particular one, and then you can change the background color if you want, but it is selecting the whole color. The reason is that it's still in a group, so we need to ungroup it first. So see, once you will select it, you will be able to see an option called ungroup. So once it will ungroup, then still your data will show here. So your data will show here, nothing is changing here. All right, your data will show here, but now you can change your background color. So select a particular item that you want to change. So let's say this one, and you can change this one, particularly this one. See, you can change the background color. And let's say for this one, I'm gonna change a different color, and for the text color, I'm gonna select white, and for this one I'm gonna add a different color, and I can change the text color here. So change the color to white. Okay, so now if I run it, now if I'm gonna select this chat group, then we will be able to see a different sort of background color, and rest of the color is same. So I hope you have learned how to work with a vertical scroll view and how can we do this sort of custom design. And I'm gonna stop this video right here, and we will continue it from the next lecture. And in the next lecture we will add prototyping in between these two options. All right, so see you guys in the next lecture. Bye bye.